things to do, and some of us spend all day on the computer and you don't want to do it. And also, Mammal took the babies.
That's
I
awesome.
know.
This mammal just sent her babies back.
Possibly for 2 nights. So I'm so excited right now. It means I can get some stuff done. We ate dinner, had a conversation. Greg didn't overdo the chicken because he wasn't fielding children too. So my chicken was juicy. And we sat there, and then I actually ate my meal without it getting cold or anything too. So yay. So this week we are hosting a coach sneak peek. And so tonight, that's what I'm going to do when I jump off the call, is actually sit and post in it and schedule posts to run in it. Last week, we were supposed to do kind of like a trial run through. And some of us did and some of us didn't, and that's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. But I kind of did that just so we could see the flow of how it would go. And then that way, too, if you weren't, like, you've never done a live or done a video before, kind of get the nervousness out and get the bugs out, so to say. I'm always nervous when I talk on a video, and I always forget what I'm going to say. So if you feel like that's not what I wanted to say at all, that's totally normal. Or if you feel like you have diarrhea of the words, also normal. Or sometimes you're like, normal too. So if you, like I made, when I did the live for the Give Ask one that I did, it was one that I actually did in that Level Up group that we were in, or that we are in. It's finishing up this week. But I made little note cards, so they don't have a lot on them. So it's just like my key points of what I wanted to say, which basically it was what I said at Coach Camp, with a little bit of variation. So my goal was, by running this coach sneak peek, which I would like to do once a month, and we can play with it to see if we want to do it for a week long, 3 days, a day, however we want to do it, 5 days, whatever. It's kind of one of those things that sometimes it works great for months and you get tons of traction and you're like, this is working really well, just like with your challenge groups. And then it kind of gets boring. Like, oh, this really isn't working, let's spice it up. And that's why you'll see some sneak peeks go like for a day, and then every 2 hours somebody's posting and sharing and doing stuff, but you still leave the event up for like 2 or 3 days and people can come in and look at it. So we're just going to try it for this week long, and then that way you guys can invite whoever you would want to share this journey with to the event, and then they can see it, and they don't have to be in a separate group. We don't have to move everyone. Just have everybody in the event. If you want to, if you record it on your phone, if you go live on your phone, if you hit the save, you can save it, and then you can post it to YouTube. And then that way, if you ever, like if you really liked your video or whatever you said, and you want to repurpose it later, like on your Instagram, you can put it as an IG story. Then it is just more exposure for you about really whatever you're talking about, whether it's the discount. Maybe you've had a huge transformation. I know everyone on this call has had a huge transformation, both inside and out, whatever you want to talk about. We had a sign up thing. So like I'm day 1, Jen Berry's day 2, Ashley's 3, Jen's 4, which I asked actually Jen to post her today, and then Lisa. And then I asked someone to take day 7, which Jessica said she would talk about the tracker, but she's like, I'm not very good at doing the tracker. And honestly, when we're in one of these level up groups, I'm really good at the tracker. But when we're not, I'm not good at it. And then I kind of feel like I don't have direction. So I did find, I don't have it here, but I'll share it in the group. I did find one that does kind of work better for me than the daily activity tracker from Beachbody, like with all the checks, because I'm literally going in there and just checking stuff off. Like it's just kind of It's kind of monotonous for me, but I found one that has like where I could put people's names in, who I talk to and stuff. And I know Jen has a really good Excel sheet for that. So if you want to maybe say, I don't really use there is this tracker, but this is how I keep track of my people, you could do that too. Because not everyone uses that tracker. That doesn't work for everyone. But basically the gist is that if you want it, Beachbody has trainings and things available. Or our team does. Because if you go on United Coach Collaboration, there's a ton of stuff in there. Like I was pulling all kinds, and it had been a while since I went through the library myself to go through and be like, oh yeah, there's so much. And honestly, sometimes we learn more from each other than from corporate. I mean, it's true.
Did you start out when you became a coach using a tracker, or is that something that was added later? Maybe that's why you would struggle, because
Yes.
it wasn't part of your initial way of life.
Yes. And when I was a new coach, and you go to your people who are closest to you. So I really talked to the same 10 people like it was a really, really small unit. So for people who are new coaches, if you feel like you're talking to like the same people all the time, that's normal. I feel like that's really normal. But then we have to force ourselves to branch out, just like forcing yourself to try a new program. Like, but yeah, I had no idea what I was doing as a new coach, for sure. And so when I keep track of things, I do better with them. Just like my nutrition, if I write it down, like right now I'm having a conversation with one of our challengers that says, I've done bar and I'm not seeing huge results. I'm like, okay, well, what does your nutrition look like? And she tells me like 4 things that she eats during the day. And I'm like, is that it? I would like you to keep a log of what you're eating. Even if it's not the plan, like keep a log of what you're eating. So it's kind of the same principle if you keep a log of what you're doing. And I am a pen to paper girl. Yes, I lose papers. Yes, I forget things, but I'm not a computer person. I should be better at one, I guess, but I like having my notebook. So I take my notebook everywhere and I keep track of it.
I feel like if I write it down, I do better. Like I'm more conscious about what I'm going to eat if I'm writing it down.
Yes.
I find it time consuming to enter it.
Yes.
Like there's one my challenge tracker or something, and like to find, has anybody else logged this before?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I gotta look at calories, I gotta look at protein,
Yeah.
I don't have time to do all of that, so I just am like, forget it. So yeah, I think I would do much better about writing it down.
Yeah. Now with that, they have simplified it in the BOD app. If you go to the little pencil thing down at the bottom, if you go there is a container count and you can just enter in containers. You don't have to actually put what it is. You can be like, well, I know I ate chicken breast and that's a red, and then you do 1 and then a green, and then it'll tally up all your containers in there, which is helpful.
Yeah, but if I don't fix it at home, then I don't know how many containers.
Well, yeah. But just like an idea, just to give you an idea. So, unless someone else wants to, and we could have multiple people talk about that, but if Jessica, you want to talk about and you don't even really have to talk about the daily activity track. You could talk about like, there's tons of training available and our team hosts trainings, and there's so much more than just the daily activity tracker. Because that's going to be over people who you want to join the team. It's going to be over their head, and they're going to be like, what are you talking about?
Right.
So I think it'd be more useful to be like, our team has tons of trainings. We host weekly calls where you can get ideas from each other and weekly motivation and stuff like that. That might be an easier talk.
Yeah, I think so. That, that we do group workouts when we can. And
yes.
okay.
when we're not in the COVID.
I'll write something down for that then. I
Okay.
can do that.
Okay. So, but basically hosting this event this week that we get to invite people to see what it is we do. We'll put the workouts in there if you guys want to drop like a workout picture. We can all cheer each other on, maybe a shake picture, and really so they can see what it is to be a part of the community without having to invest in the community, right? And say, this is what it is. It's super fun. I love my girls. I love waking up and push and play. I don't always love push and play, especially now that I know it's work. But I know that when I turn on the Zoom, that someone is going to be there and someone is going to message me and say, are you up? Well, I wasn't, but I am now. So thank you for that. So you have that group of people to have a call like this. So, but that's basically, I want to jump on here and make sure that we had everyone like covering a day, or if you wanted to post, you wanted to share, if you had an idea, that we had a chance to share that. And I just realized how bad I look now that Sabrina says that. I'm like, I taught class and I'm sweaty. So
I only noticed it because when you get on these calls, you can see like all the flyaways. And I did my workout like an hour ago. So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then I found out my, the little polar watches and stuff, mine died. I'm like, really? So this week I was like, okay, my husband and I are going to the beach in 3 weeks. I'm like, I'm really going to focus. So I went to get that out. I got all my workouts out and I went to put it on. Then the stupid thing wouldn't start. Like it just won't do anything.
oh no.
That's what I said. Oh no.
I do have a Garmin that Mr. Stevens was supposed to wear that I don't wear anymore.
Well, I think I have an extra battery. I'm going to try that. And it was like my favorite one. It was the first one I ever got. And it's like, it was my treat to myself for one of my weight loss goals. And then it's pink. I'm not a pink person, but I love this pink, the certain pink in it. I'm like, oh yeah. I felt, I just wanted to stop my foot and go, oh. I may have actually done it but yeah.
That's okay. You're allowed to. So, what week is this? This is the second week? This is the second week in June? Okay. So then that way, whoever is in there, then they can join this. They have like 2 weeks in the month to help you guys, to help themselves, to jump in the next challenge group that we'll host for the Summer Strong, all that. They can still get in on the sale and waive their coach fee, all that stuff. So I posted a memory jogger in the team. I don't know if everyone saw that, but that will help you come up with people to invite. So oftentimes we struggle like, I've talked to everyone. Okay, let's go back through the list. I have gone back through my list so many times in 9 years. It's crazy. So, and people fall off, and even people who started with you maybe, 4 years ago, and they fell off and they're like, I need help. Today, Jen messaged me and was like, hey, this girl's your friend. I know she's your friend. She's talking about struggling with her weight loss, and she's messaged me to tell me. I didn't see it. So, go back through your people or message people that maybe are new. People are starting new schools. Works are changing like crazy. And a lot of people are still having to stay home. My neighbor has to stay home and work from home till January. So, because your anthem. Yeah. So that would be a good thing for those people who used to have facilities at work that don't have them. At least they could get a discount and be part of a community and still have that. Do y'all have any thoughts or feedback, questions? Jen, did you post your thing today? Okay, thank you.
I'm trying to find the invite.
It should be under, I think
Is it an event or
it's a event.
Bonjour.
No, that's our team thing about France.
Oh.
You should be a co-host on it.
I'm sure I am, but it wouldn't let me go back on my notifications. I literally the
Yes.
furthest back I can go is 22 minutes ago.
Oh, behind the scenes access pass.
All right, I'll see if I can find it again.
It won't let me. Well, maybe it'll. I have 9 people remaining to invite. Just insane. I wonder if I can share it in a messenger. It's also in the team page.
Pure Fit Nation page.
Yes. There. I sent it to personally
Oh, I
sponsored
see
too.
it. Oh, I hadn't accepted.
Also,
co-host.
I used the picture from 2 summits ago.
Thank you.
That was Jess's request. She was like, use it from 2 summits ago. It's like, okay, 10-4. So, and then I'll share, you can either copy that graphic from the Facebook cover, or I can send another graphic if you want to drop it in your stories and be like, hey, do you want to learn more with your little poll thing or whatever? But so Lisa's creepy dudes can hit on her and stuff. So yeah, so that was my thought to really help get us some momentum. And I'm still working on the whole summit thing. That's why I was asking what weekends everyone was available. And I know not everyone's going to be, because it's summer and people are going on vacation. I was just trying to get a feel for how many people I need to look for before I reserve somewhere. Because Amy Garcia said, we have to do a summit because she's so excited. I was like, okay. And I'm trying to find somewhere with a pool so we can have all this information and knowledge, and then we can go sit at the pool and do something fun. So, and still keeping it within budgets. And yeah, so most of the places I've seen are about $400 to $500 a night for like 12 people in a house. So we would.
Are those ones?
I was looking at Nashville.
I was going to say, I struggled last time because one of those rooms inevitably is like a bunk room, like with bunk beds.
Yeah. I don't know if they were. A lot of them had. I saw like some twins. There was one that had like lots of bunks. I think that was the 22-person room one. But also it depend. You know, if I don't know, it would depend on how many people can go for how big of a place we need. So that's where I was trying to get a feel for how, like, would it be better before July 4th or after July 4th? Because if it's before, I need to move my butt. And if it's after, we got a little buffer room. But then we're starting to get into school. We're getting into football, baseball, like all the stuff.
If it's before, I'm probably out because I don't think I feel comfortable this month going anywhere really.
Yeah.
Just with everything.
Yeah. And that's the other thing.
Yeah. But I'll know better like beginning of July whether like how things are in the world, I guess.
Right.
Because I had a trip that I was supposed to go to at the end of this month and I canceled it. So
Okay.
because of everything going on.
Yeah.
I would suggest we may look at places that aren't in bigger cities, like not staying downtown anywhere of a big city.
I was trying to look more like outskirts and more of like a large cabin or a house, because then too, if we did that, then if I was looking for places that had like a large driveway that we could host a workout.
Right. Like we talked before, or grassy area.
Or grass. Yeah. I was looking to it like Cincy, like outskirts of Cincy. That's not too far by Lisa. And then we could even go to Kings Island. I'm just saying that would be really fun. Like to go to Kings Island, not with kids, and be able to do whatever you want. I'm just saying. We could have the blue ice cream and not have to share it.
I love the the Smurf ice cream. My favorite.
I've never been.
Who
I
said that?
haven't been in.
You've never been to Kings Island? I shouldn't say that because I've only been like 2 or 3 times. It's fun though.
I feel like the last time I went was my after prom senior year. That was 25 years ago, by the way.
I went when I was in college, when Greg was in Iraq. So that would have been 2003.
They have the new roller coaster coming out if we're ever allowed to reopen.
Yeah, because
Orion. Yeah.
the one that I like is no longer the Vortex.
Yeah, they took that out.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Sad. So we could do that. We can just hang out. We could go to Great Wolf Lodge, but there will be lots of kids there. Sorry for what my face just said. I love kids.
This is not about the kids. I can look up some ideas like around here. If
What's
there's
that city that's right over the what is it? That's right over into
Newport.
Kentucky.
Newport.
No,
Covington.
feel like it starts with a G. Like Grayson or something. We always stop. It's just inside Kentucky. But
We could go to a
around
Reds game.
They might not be
a
having
lot
one.
of people.
Well, that's
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. All those places are a lot of people.
I know. I think I'm just excited to go somewhere.
I know.
Or something.
Me too. Me too.
Like, what could we do as adults? I don't know. We can just stay there and, have a good girls trip. And
Hey, we can play things like Cards Against Humanity, and I've got a game
Yeah.
called Who Drew It, which is kind of supposed to be kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but with drawing. I have
That could
some
be
fun adult games,
yes.
and I don't get to play them.
I have have I never?
No,
Never have I ever?
Yes. I have that.
Andrew, you
No.
can bring your chicken game.
My one that squeaks.
Yeah,
It's my chicken charades.
yeah.
I do like I like the tentacle one. Jessica got us a bunch of games for the kids, and one of them is an octopus, and it's got a suction thing on. You got to be the fastest to get all the colors, but I end up ripping my sucker's suction thing off of it all the time. It ends up stuck on my fish. It's fine. You'll play sometime. Okay. So we're all good with that, not going to a major like woohoo city.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd found some before. I'd found some that were like between Cincinnati and Columbus that weren't in the city. They were kind of,
It's a big space.
well, they were in the forest.
It wasn't Hocking
Because they were
Hills, was it?
I don't think so.
That's a little east.
Okay.
I'll look.
Anyway,
All right. So we're all good with that. And July seems to be better. And I was staying away from July 4th because usually we all like to be with our families and it'll be more green. And then that July 11th, 12th, I am out of town with our family vacation. So that's why I also
Lisa, you said the 31st through August, right? Is the first time you can do something.
I'm free that. I don't have Alex that weekend, but the weekend before is his birthday party, so I'll have to be here to
okay.
host, set up, whatever.
And then the 31st, that weekend is also before most schools start.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I will search that. All right. And then I think that's it. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions, comments? The Weekender package is available today. The
Oh, yeah.
It comes, it's the same bag in the Summit Survival Kit, but then it says the Weekender. So I think it's the same stuff. Energize bars, recover. Yeah. Energize bars, recover,
Hydrate.
hydrate. probably a creatine. No?
Okay.
I didn't see that on the list.
Okay.
And then beach bars.
Yeah.
One of each.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So you,
at least 2, the beach bars.
so you can get
Oh,
that.
Jennifer said 3.
Is it 3? Okay. And then it's not very much. So that's a good thing to offer to people when they don't know what they want. It's like a cute little sampler thing. One of my girls said that would be really good for baseball. For like,
Mhm.
and it was, sorry, weird police sirens. You could even get that. And then once you decide, you could refill your little package and that'd be your to-go thing afterwards. Or it would be a good incentive for people, hey, purchase this and I'll throw this in for you. I don't know how much it is, but also something to think of. And then the 23rd, which is a really weird date for that to come out, is salted caramel. Everybody's dying. Nina's like, I know what that date is. Yes, I am waiting. I know Greg Stevens is waiting too. Just waiting. So that's it. I told you I would keep it short and sweet. Let me know if you want to share or post in the sneak peek. And I broke my pen. If you want help or need help or ideas like how to grow your business, if you're like, I just feel like I need help, just message me and we can talk and brainstorm because I don't mind. And honestly, it helps me too to like brainstorm out loud. Sometimes I say things just talking with you guys and I'm like, that's so smart. Why didn't I ever think of that before? I don't know. So it's really when we come together that we do our best, because when we're sitting here at our own computer, we just are like in our own brains and not like we think, oh, they don't want to know this or they're going to say no anyways. And you start talking yourself out of stuff. And it doesn't matter where you are in coaching. Like you have those doubts. Everyone does. I can tell you sitting at Christina's diamond table, sitting with 5, 6 star diamonds, we all think that like I'm sucking today. Like, I don't know what's the matter with me. Everyone's telling me no, like I can't get a yes. And I don't feel like anyone in my challenge group is talking and I don't know what's happening. I just feel off. Everyone feels like that. So if that feels like you, you're not alone in that. But having you guys every morning, that really does help. Especially doing this work. I don't know why I don't want to do it so much.
Are you guys still doing it at 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And tomorrow I
Practice
have to
time.
push play by 6 because I have to go and get my ET hazmat suit on.
Well, I need to because I need to get out and water the garden before I leave.
So
I started to try to do the work, and my back was not having it.
yeah, those jammers, my back does not like the jammers.
I was like,
Why?
oh my.
What was bothering your back with it?
Well,
I
I
haven't
have
done it. That's why I'm asking.
I have a bad back, and it's just some of the movements. It doesn't like them. I definitely can't do burpees anymore. I need a definite modifier for that.
Nina
I was just telling
about
Andrea that.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, it's
if we're
good.
down in plank and we're doing like the plank jacks or whatever, I'm fine doing those, but it's the initial jump down to get to the burpee, like in
Yes.
plank position, that my back like dips, like
Yep.
the initial.
Yeah, I dislocated my pelvis about 5, 6 years ago, and my SI joints and stuff don't work very well. So burpees and me don't get along very well.
Well, I did the prep. I'm doing the prep because it's only 4 weeks long. That way I'm finished by the time Muscle Burns Fat comes out. And I did the burpees the first round. And I think I stepped him out on the second round, but by the third and the fourth, I was just doing the lunges.
How long is the prep? Like the actual workouts?
They vary. I think there was like 30 minutes. There was some 40 minutes, but I don't think they're like.
I
they're
think
not
today's just
horribly long.
39.
Okay.
I think today was
Oh.
for 39. I think tomorrow's 35.
So if I wake up one day, I can just switch over to the prep. Like if I wake up late, I can just
I
switch
would
to the
think
prep.
so. They're in the same order, I think, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like tomorrow's leg day.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 45 minutes.
I'll tell you, I did better with those where we're in plank with our hands on the dumbbells and you pull your leg up and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need the modification because actually that modification would be harder for me with that side plank than it was to pull my leg up there.
Yeah. The
Has
only thing,
anyone tried to order like weights recently? Like within
yes.
the last like 2 months?
You can't
Yes.
get them
you can't
anywhere.
get 'em.
No, I can't find them anywhere.
No, and
Well-
our neighbors, the Lottomans, he bought some that were $99 and he got taken for a scam and they keep charging his credit card over and over.
Yep, I saw that and I thought about it and I was like, no, not gonna do it. It's too
Was
good.
it a
I,
rack of dumbbells?
Yes.
From
Mm-hmm.
I started to order the adjustable kettlebells from Bowflex right before all the shit fell out
Mm-hmm.
because I really wanted them for grip, and I waited, and then they sold out. And then
Oh,
if
I
you want
think I
them,
saw
you
that
need to be a
link.
millionaire.
Yeah. They're charging $4 a pound for weights right now when they used to be a dollar a pound.
Yep, I saw
Jen's
that.
eyes just got giant on that.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. $4
I'm
a
just
pound
waiting.
instead of a dollar.
I'm just
So
trying to wait till
there-
they go on Marketplace.
There was a guy, I can try and find it and see if I can try and find it, but down in Bloomington, he was selling them for $1.50 per pound. I mean,
better.
if you wanted to travel, you could get, and he had them from, I think, 5 pounds to 100 pounds.
Nina, let me know, what size weights do you need?
I need like everything. I need 20s, 25s, 30s, a 40, and a 50. I wasn't going to plan on getting all that at once, but
Okay.
something.
Let me look at what we have and see what Greg can part with.
I know we almost sold our Bowflex ones, and I'm so glad we didn't because we can use them now since we don't have other ones.
Yeah, Betsy, Joe, and Melissa have my Bowflex ones because they're in with COVID patients and they're not going anywhere for Bets won't jeopardize anyone. So she said something about she couldn't find weights. And so I offered her ours. And of course she was like, no, I can't let you do that. And I was like, take my weights. And so she stopped by here one day and I was like, hold on. So I loaded her up with my Bowflexes.
I like the flexibility. It's just a pain
To switch them. Yeah.
So there were days during 10 rounds where I'd drag them out if I knew I was going to be on the ground for a minute and put them on either side of my mat so I could sit up and switch them out. But sometimes they're just bulky to do like the rows.
Yeah.
Over
Rows.
rows.
They're longer.
They hit
than
my
a normal
thighs.
weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got big thighs as it is, but they keep hitting them.
Yeah,
They're just
but
awkward.
I don't see us getting weights for a while. You can also not buy bicycles.
Oh, really?
And on the positive note, all the shelters are empty right now. So pets have been adopted.
That's awesome. My thing is, I
maybe
can't
being
find
abused.
Oh, why does
yoga
Jen's face look like that? I thought that'd make you happy. People bought a god.
Because
I thought you
can-
meant homeless shelters.
No.
because I can see people buying them, and then as soon as they go back to work, they're either going to be put in crates or they're going to destroy shit, and then they're going to go back to the shelters
True.
because people don't realize that this is a lifetime commitment, just like a child, and they think that they should be trained right away. And it's just, I hope that a lot of those stay out of the shelters and are in good homes.
Yeah. I didn't know that till just recently, and I'm like, well, that makes sense because a lot of people got dogs when all this happened.
Mhm.
I already had mine. So, yeah, but for me, the work, it's just the jammers that hurt my back, because you're in a squat and then you're pushing the weight out.
How
Mm,
much
in a
weight
low
are you
squat.
doing?
levers.
I dropped down to 5 pounds.
That's what I would. Well, I told you I did the first set or first set and a half with fives, and then I switched to my shaker weight.
Yeah. So I started with 10s, and then I said, and then I went to 8s, and then I said, no, I'll do 5s.
Bird.
It took me 2 phases out of Meltdown 100 to get out of my ego and drop my weights. It's like, okay, I'm hurting myself doing these heavier weights. I need to drop it because
Yeah.
she's looking to burn fat and not build.
Muscle.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. For that one. And I imagine that the melt body fat will be the same way. Lighter weight, more rep scheme. Yeah. Joel, you can pick up heavy weights. Joel, Sagi, Amwala, some things you can, some things you can't.
With Autumn, you
Like
can too
Autumn, you can.
on certain ones.
Certain ones, yeah.
Mhm.
But I think it's because they are more about burning the fat and they're leaning out rather than building muscle. Unless you're going to do like Lift 4, Hammer and Chisel, Body Beast, one of the P90s.
Mhm.
Yeah. But that's probably too why you want to pick up weight, because you love Tony and he does heavy weights.
Well, that's all I've been doing is like the Lift 4, P90X,
Yeah.
Hammer and Chisel. So when I lift weights, it's usually what I do. So that's what I had to get out of my, like I said, my ego. It's like, I can do this. I can do heavy weights with this.
That's like when I did bar and I was like, she says I can do 5 pounds. Don't do bar with 5 pounds.
I had to go buy. I went and bought 2 pound weights just because. Right
I bought
before
1
COVID
pound.
hit. Yeah.
One.
Sometimes just these were enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would just drop my weight.
Yeah.
And then my grandma's skin be flapping in the wind. Just saying. But I've never done it, so it makes me nervous. But Greg did 10 rounds for me and pushed through it for 5 weeks. So I'm gonna at least give the work a go, because he was so happy today. I was not, but he was. It's people say, they'll message me and be like, I don't like this workout. And I'm like, I understand. That's why there's many. You can choose the one you like. Yeah. And I told Greg, I said, too, it's like with any new round of turbo or PIO or quarter four, like something new, it's awkward and I don't like it. And every time we do a new round, I ask the class, like, how do you like it? And they're like, it's weird. It's weird. I don't like it. And even 10 rounds, as much as I love it now, when I first did it and it was 1, 2, 4, what the heck are you talking about, Joel? Because it's jab, cross, hook, up. What is happening to you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I got to think about what a 1 is. Oh, that's a jab. And 2 is a cross. So now I have to think, and I'm slow motioning instead of just being able to do it. So I did tell Greg that today. I'm like, I liked it, but at first I was mad at Joel for doing that. That's fine. So are you done? You're like halfway through Morning Meltdown, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on day 43 today. Yeah.
Almost halfway there.
Yay. Jessica, are you done?
I did 71 tonight.
Oh, okay.
I did the prep this morning. I did 71 tonight.
Whew. Go
She
girl.
always talks about, do them in the morning. I thought, no, that one's like a quick one. It's much easier for me to fit into my evening. Like as soon as I get home, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. And then, because right now the boys have to do all their football workouts from home. So I occupy the TV for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then they get it for football. Well, not the TV. They just get the whole living room.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Well, let's make this a great week. Next week is, I don't even know. I don't know. You want to plan on next Monday? We have another call. Do you want to have like a training? Do you want to have a guest speaker? What will be helpful for you?
I'm looking at my calendar.
Okay. I don't have my phone. I have no calendar. Just tell me and I'll write it down.
I don't have anything on my calendar. The following week I do. Cole has the freshmen are doing their breakout room, like get to know each other. They do that as an event. So I'm obviously his driver. He's not driving yet.
Okay. Well, I'll try and sometimes I don't like to make an event because then if I have to cancel it, then I feel bad. But I guess I should. So then we know ahead of time and then everyone can say if they're in or out. And then that gives me a better heads up too. So I'll just do that for the next couple of weeks and see how that works out. And then, yeah.
It works out for me. My advisor's I haven't met with her yet to do our schedule, so I can plan around it.
Okay. All
Are you
right.
taking a picture? Oh, you don't have your phone.
You can do it. I put my phone down today. Sometimes I do that.
I've had to put my phone down a lot in the last 2 weeks.
I've not been on Facebook because of all the drama and the outspokenness. So
Yeah. My son being in the Air Force is very outspoken and we went and saw him. And so I had to calm him down and talk him off the ledge. He can't hurt his reputation in the force for
yep.
other issues.
Yep. I get it.
Okay, are we ready?
Did we all not blink?
I've got one where one
Jen's
person's
still
blinking
smiling.
and one. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! We got everybody, nobody smiling.
Okay. We should come next week at the happy hour and everybody bring their favorite cocktail. Jessica looked really excited about that. Something happened to her. Something happened. And if you don't want a cocktail, you can bring your tea. You can bring your chocolate milk. I don't care. And then we'll
If
do a
it's not raining, I
boomerang.
may join you all on my back porch.
That's fine. Do you? Okay, y'all. Have a good night. I love you.
You too.
You too.
Bye.
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 Bye.